Hello and welcome to the Pacing Tip of the Month. I'm Ingeborg Midsem Dahl. If you're new to pacing, you're probably wondering what it is. Now, pacing is a management technique used in illnesses which cause low energy levels. This and following videos will be aimed specifically at people with strictly defined neurological ME. However, some of it may be relevant even to people with other illnesses. If you're unsure whether this applies to you, then talk to your doctor. So, in strictly defined neurological ME, the cells cannot produce enough energy. This means that when you're doing something, you will feel gradually more and more ill. And the harder you push yourself, the worse you will feel, until you become so ill you have to break off the activity. That's what's shown in this graph. Let's see. At first, the symptom level remains stable, but then as the patient continues, it just gets worse and worse and worse until the person has to break off and rest. And then it takes a long time to rest the symptoms down again. Now, pacing aims to break this pattern by suggesting that you break off the activity much earlier when the symptoms are still fairly low. That will give you a pattern which looks like this. In this case, the patient breaks off after only half as long when the symptoms have gone up just one step, and then the patient will rest. So after a good rest, the patient can then take another round and still only get a small increase in symptoms. Now, the best is to stop even before there is an increase, but that's not always possible. This shows that even when you can't stop before you get symptoms, you can still use the method to keep the symptoms at bay throughout the day. Frequent rest breaks are important because they enable you to recharge your batteries throughout the day so that you don't get worse and worse and worse. How long the activity periods and rest periods need to be vary greatly depending on how ill you are. You'll have to experiment with what works for you. In addition to splitting things in small chunks and taking frequent rests, pacing is also about alternating between different types of activity so that you don't wear out the same body part all the time. This usually means that you'll get more out of your energy. Furthermore, it's useful to find less energetic ways of performing the activities. For instance, sitting down is usually less strenuous than standing up. So by sitting down during activities when you would normally be standing, you can save energy, which you can then spend on something more enjoyable. Pacing does not cure ME. However, it usually helps give you back some control of your life and will help you keep the symptoms at a minimum, at whichever level you're at. And this will help you enjoy life more. Now, most people need more information about pacing than such a short introduction like this to be able to apply the technique to their daily lives. Because of that, I'm going to make more videos in the future, and I've written quite a lot about the subject, including a book which looks like this in the original Norwegian edition. It's called Classic Pacing for a Better Life with ME. The Norwegian edition was published in late 2015, and the English version will be published very soon in the spring of 2018. If you go to my website www.pacinginfo.eu, you'll be able to read the first chapter free of charge, and there are also some other articles. And my Facebook page, facebook.com/pacinginfo, will be the place where I upload these videos. I aim to do a video per month, health permitting. I hope this was useful to you. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.